Welcome to mathematics class. In this video, I'll be solving a particular question under partial fraction. And if you haven't watched my previous video on partial fraction, you can go ahead and watch it. I have different questions on a partial fraction that I've solved. So now let's check the next problem. I'm having x squared plus 9x plus 8 divided by x squared plus x minus 8, 6. So in this case, I can actually use two methods to solve this question. And what happens is that, let's see if you can factorize this, right? Let me just go ahead and factorize that. I can just say this is s squared, right? Then let me just call this is, let's say this is actually minus, let me go ahead and say 2x, right? Then plus 3x minus 6. Let's see if we factorize it. If we can factorize this. Now, factorizing this, I'm going to have it to be, this is actually x into bracket x minus 2, right? Then this is actually plus 3 into bracket x minus 2. Wow, we factorize it. So here I'm going to have this to be x plus 3. Then I'm having x minus 2. These are the factor. Now, I will solve this question using this factor, and also I will solve it using long division. Since I can actually perform long division, they are having the same power. Now, what I'm going to do here is that this expression, which is s squared plus 9x plus 8 divided by s squared plus x minus 6 is equivalent to, since I factorize this to be this, I'm going to have a over x plus 3, right? Then plus b divided by x minus 2. Then I'll go ahead and multiply these two sides by these two factors, which is x plus 3 and also that's x minus 2, right? So multiplying is using the two factor with this two factor, I'm going to have this, right? This we cancel this side, since this is actually equivalent to x plus 3 and also x minus 2. So this we cancel this, then I'm going to have this expression alone, which is s squared plus 9x plus 8, which is equivalent to, that's actually, this we cancel one of these, then I'm having a multiplied by what? The next factor, which is x minus 2. Then this we cancel this, then I'm having b multiplied by what? By this factor, which is plus b into bracket x plus 3. So here I can actually use assumed method, right? So using assumed method in this case, then I'm going to have it to be, I can just say let's x minus 2 equals to 0, right? Then my x equals to 2. So one thing is that my x minus 2 is equal to 0, then everything here is 0. That means 0 multiplied by a, that's 0. Then here I will plug in 2 here. I'm going to have 2 squared plus 9 into bracket 2 plus 8, which is equal, then I will move to b, since this is equals to 0, that's b into bracket 2 plus 3, right? Then 2 squared is 4 plus 18 plus 8, which is equals to, that's actually 5b, right? So what happens is that this actually 4 plus 18, that's actually 22 plus 8, that's 30. So here I'm having 30, which is equal to, that's 5b. Then divide by 5. Therefore, our b is equal 6. Right? So the next thing is that I'll just say, another factor I'm having here is actually x plus 3. I can just say let x plus 3 equals to 0. Therefore, my x equals to what? Minus 3. That means if I plug in x plus 3, which is 0 here, if I plug in 0 here, my b is actually 0. So here I can just go ahead and plug in x minus 3, which is x minus 3, which is this. I'll plug in whatever I see the value of x, I'm going to plug in minus 3. So here I'm going to have to be minus 3 squared, right? Then plus 9 into bracket minus 3, then plus 8, which is equivalent to a, which is equal to a into brackets. This is minus 3 minus 2. Since my x is minus 3, then plug in here, I'm going to have this to be what? 9 minus 9 multiplied by 3, that's equals 27 plus 8, right? Which is equivalent to this actually minus 5a, right? So now look at this very well. 9 plus 18 plus 8 rather. 9 plus 8 should give me something like that's actually 17, right? Then 17 minus this, should have this to be what? Minus 10, which is equal to what? Minus 5a. Then this cancel this. I'm having divided by 5. You are having your a to be equals to 2. So therefore, our a equals to 2 and our b equals to 6, right? So now this partial fraction, this expression now is going to be s squared plus 9x plus 8 divided by s squared plus x minus 6. Then this expression is actually equivalence is equal now to, since this is a over, what's my a? My a is 2, that will be 2 divided by x plus 3. Then after that, then plus my b, which is what? Which is 6. That will be 6 divided by x minus 2. So that's just the expression. If you go ahead and what, and use factor. Now let's see the expression. If you go ahead and perform long division, s squared goes in s, I'm going to have this to be 1, right? Exactly. So this multiplies, I'm going to have to be s squared. Then here I'm having plus, this giving that's x, then I'm having minus 6. Then I'm going to subtract. Subtracting this, I'm going to have it to be, this will cancel out. Then I'm having 9x minus x, that will give me, that's 8x, right? Then after that, I'm having this to be, that's minus 8 plus 6. That should give me something like, that's actually 14. That will be minus, that's plus 8 plus, minus, plus 6 plus 6 actually. That's 14. So here I'll use q plus r over d, right? So here I'm going to have to be, q is what? That's 1 plus r. My r is actually my remainder, which is 8x plus 14, right? Divided by my divisor, which is s squared plus x minus 6. So now, what I'm going to do is that I can resolve this into partial fraction. So resolving this to partial fraction, I'm going to have to be, that's 8x plus 14 divided by s squared plus x minus 6. And you guys, you actually know that we've actually factorized this to, I think that's actually x plus 3, right? X plus 3, and also that's x minus 2, right? So we factorize to be this. Then what I'm going to do, this is equivalent to now to a over x plus 3 plus b divided by, that's x minus 2, right? So I'm going to multiply both sides by what? By this x plus 3 and also x minus 2, right? So multiplying them both sides, this we can actually cancel this side, which is actually this. Then I'm going to have this to be what? 8x plus 14, which is equals to, this to cancel one of this. I'm going to have this to be a into bracket x minus 2, then plus b into bracket x plus 3, right? So now what I'm going to do is that I will go ahead and use the assumed method again. Then I'm going to say let x minus 2 equals to 0. Then plug in 0 here. That means my a is actually 0. Then here x equals to 2. I'm going to plug in 2 here. Then I'm having this to be x in the bracket 2 plus 14, which is equals to, plug 2 here, right? That's actually 2 plus 3, which is 5. Then I'm going to have this to be what? 5b. So here it's multiplied, so that's 16 plus 14. That's actually 30, which is equals to 5b, right? So here I'm going to have this cancel this. I'm going to have my b to be equals to 6. So after that, I can just say, I'll go ahead and use another assume method on on the next factor. I can just say let x plus 3 equals to 0. If x plus 3 is equals to 0, I'll plug in here. That means everything here is actually 0. Then my x equals to what? Minus 3. I'll plug in on both this side and also my a, which is what? 8 into bracket minus 3 plus 14, which is equals to a into bracket minus 3 minus 2. Right? So now in this case, I'm going to have to be minus 3 multiplied by 8 plus 14. That means minus 3 multiplied by 8, I should be having it to be, that's minus 3 is, that's 24, right? Minus 24, then plus 14, which is equals to what? A, that's actually, let me just say this is actually minus 5a. So here I'm having this to be 10 minus 10 rather equals to minus 5a. So this cancel this, I'm having my a to be equals to 2. By the time you divide both sides by 5, our a is actually equals to 2. So what I'm going to do here is that this expression is now 1 plus 8x plus 14 divided by, let me use this x plus 3 and also x minus 2. This expression, which is equivalent to a over s plus 3, right, plus b over x minus 2. Now this expression that I'm looking here, that I'm seeing here, is actually equivalent to, let me just say, this is a, which is what? My 2, and my b, which is actually 6, right? So here I'm going to have to be 1 plus 2 over x plus 3, right? Then plus my b, which is actually 6 over x minus 2. So now this is actually the answer to this partial fraction, which is equivalent to, which is equals to s squared plus 9x plus 8, right? Then divided by s squared plus x minus 6. Now, whenever you perform long division, you are going to have it to be this. And if you did not perform long division, you are going to have it to be, that's actually this, which is 2 over this plus this over this. Right? right? So you see, if you compare the answer are actually similar, but this one is carrying what? 1. Why? Because if you look at the power of x here, the power of x is actually raised power 2, and the power of x is actually raised power 2. Then let me just bring out their coefficient. The coefficient here is what? 1. Coefficient here is what? Is 1. This, you cancel this, is still what? 1. It shows that I will always have what? 1. Whatever I perform log division on this side, since the power of x are actually what? The same. Just like you saying that 2 over 2 is what? Is 1. 1 over 1 is actually what? 1. So that's just it. So if you enjoyed this video, please do well to click on the subscription button, please. That's the only way you can support this academy. Thanks for watching.